The following facts were meant to make your brain go numb and left you speechless after watching the full video. I might advise you to get yourself some snacks because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Before we start, please subscribe the channel, so you won't miss out on any our upcoming videos. Number 1. Have you ever read about vampires or seen movies about them? This movies and books made us believe that vampires always sucks the blood of their victim. But do you know? Vampires sucks the blood of their victims for vitamin D because they can't go out in the sun themselves. Have you ever think about this? No, because you only think about yourself and not the helpless poor vampires that needs your blood to survive. Number 2. Reading books and seeing movies about aliens, we are made to believe that aliens were hostile. At least, not all movies but most of them. Have we ever thought that our first contact with aliens might not turn out the way we thought it would be? What if they are actually peaceful creatures, and they would surely begin to wonder why we make horrible movies about them? At least now, you should change your mindset about aliens being hostile. Number 3. Did you know that there are more airplanes in the ocean than submarines in the sky? This is sure a tricky fact that messes with one's mind. The truth is, a submarine does not float in the air, and that made the air free of submarines. But planes on the other hand was the polar opposite, as hundreds of plane crash were reported yearly all over the world, most of this planes crashes into the sea, and that solved the riddle of this fact. Plane sinks into oceans when crashed while submarines could not float in the air. Number 4. Did you know the reason why Olympians bite their medals after a win? No, right. The Olympians bite their medal after a win to check if the medal is chocolate or not. You've just won a gold medal. So why are you trying to eat it? Wondering why Olympians bite their medals like cookies? We asked experts to explain. Gold medalist Ailing Eileen Gu of Team China celebrates with their medal during the women's freestyle skiing freeski big air medal ceremony on day 4 of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games at Beijing Medal Plaza on February 8, 2022 in Beijing, China. After medal-winning Olympians stand on the platform, receive their medals, and solemnly listen to the gold medal winner's national anthem, they leave the stage and face an army of photographers. In front of the flashing lights, many winners grab their medals and take a bite. It takes years of grueling training and competition to nab gold at the Olympics. So why do the winners immediately chomp on their hard-earned prizes? The simple answer is, because the photographers ask them to, said David Wolochinsky, president of the International Society of Olympic Historians and author of The Complete Book of the Olympics, via email. Number 5. Did you know that if you could hold your breath long enough, you can sleep forever? I will advise anyone not to try this, as the fact itself is real but tricky. If you try to hold your breath for a very long, it can causes the amount of carbon dioxide building up in your body to cross the blood-brain barrier. Your brain notices this change and increases your body's desire to inhale and exhale. If you still don't breathe at this point, you can have a seizure, faint, or even injure your brain. Your heart would also be affected and won't be able to pump enough blood into your veins, and this eventually leads to death. I now hope you understand the fact, because it refers to you killing yourself if you try to hold your breath for too long. Number 6. If you put a torch in a dog's mouth, the light will come out of its rear end. How possible is this, or is it just another tricky fact? Well, it's real, and you might want to try it. Number 7. There is an island in Alaska that looks like it just floating in midair. The phenomenon is explained as fata morgana. When a layer of warm air sits on top of a layer of cold air, a lens effect is created, with light bending as it passes through gaps in air currents. This can make objects seem like they're occupying an elevated position, as the light is entering the brain from above rather than straight ahead. We can't detect light bending. Number 8. This is a sad pics of two sisters who accidentally super-glued their hands on a pole. They have been hanging for 23 years now. Unbelievable. As disturbing this image is, we still not know the truth about it, but it's really breaking the internet. Some even said that the incident was staged to advertise superglue products. Funny, right? Number 9. Do you know that there's a forest in Poland with 400 crooked trees and nobody knows why? The Crooked Forest is a grove of 400 oddly shaped pine trees located near the town of Gryfino, West Pomerania in Poland. The pine trees were estimated to be planted around 1930 when its location was still within the German province of Pomerania. It is generally believed that some form of human tool or technique was used to make the trees grow or bend this way, but the method has never been determined, and remains a mystery to this day. It has been speculated that the trees may have been deformed to create naturally curved timber for use in furniture or boat building. Others surmise that a snowstorm could have bent the trunks, but there is little evidence of that. In the next video, we will be discussing creepy facts you did not know about sex. Please subscribe the channel to be the first to watch whenever we upload new videos.